Alright, Ashley's cooking channel here back again, Ash's Treasure Hunt. Now what we're going to do is make you some dairy-free buffalo dip as well as dairy buffalo dip. So we'll show you how to cook for those in your family that have dairy issues and those that don't. So the first thing you're going to do is you take a pack of celery. You want at least like a cup and a half. I like extra celery. And you're going to chop up your celery. So this is how you want to chop it up. I usually do it in threes and then chop it into little pieces. Once that's done, you're going to take it and you're going to put it on your progressive chopper. And you can get these at like Walmart, Kohl's, Target, those types of places. You're going to chop it up. Now down here it'll show you little pieces all chopped up, and that was nice and easy and quick. So we're going to go through and we're going to chop up all the celery. I already chopped up the onions, and you want about a cup of onions or one onion. I don't usually measure. I just grab an onion and chop it up. And I'm going to pause the video, and when we get it all chopped up, I'll show you what's next. Okay, so we're making buffalo chicken dip here, and the next thing you want to do after you chop up the celery and the onion is you want to put the oil in. Now this is what makes it dairy-free. We put olive oil, or you can put your dairy-free butter, which we have over there, or if you don't want it dairy-free, you can just put regular butter. Then you're going to take the onions and you're going to put them in the pan. You're going to cook them until they're a little clear. And then after you put the onions in, this is my little Rachel Ray pan. It's been a great pan. I've had it for years. Then after that, you're going to take your progressive chopper, I call it, apart. Take this off. You take the lid off first. Then you pull the middle section out. Which there are different size choppers. Like you can make it bigger or smaller. And then you're going to scrape in the celery. And you're going to stir that around. Now over here I have chicken cooking. It was in the freezer, and I feel like the fastest way to get frozen chicken thawed is to put some water in it, put a lid on it, and you can either fry it or put it in a pot to thaw it out. And put it at about a medium temperature. And that'll start thawing it out. So we're going to cook up the onions and the celery. We're going to cook that until it's a little bit soft, but not too soft, because when you eat the dip, I like the celery to be a little bit crunchy. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the cheeses, the dairy-free cheeses that are back here. Okay, and in this pot in the back, this is where we're going to put our cheese in. Just a second here while we get a spoon. Go grab a spoon. Okay, so Tofutti is what we use, cream cheese. So she's going to scrape some of the cream cheese in there, or all of it. We just do it all. So one container. Now it depends how much you want to make, but we'll just do it. And it's a nice snack, or a nice actually meal. And so while the onions and the chicken is cooking, we'll get the cheese part started. Stick in there, huh? Alright, and then we're going to go to the Tofutti sour cream. Yeah, Tofutti sour cream.
All of it?
Let's see, yeah, we're going to put it all in there because we used a little bit before. Whoop! Okay, that's close enough. And then I always like to add a little bit of mayonnaise to it. That gives it almost like a ranch kind of feel and taste. We'll just scrape a little bit of mayonnaise out. Not a whole lot. And then if you want the actual numbers for this recipe, I'm going to post the actual amounts under the description. I also have a link where you can get some of this stuff at a little bit cheaper rate, like the chopper and the pans and stuff, if you want to check that out. Alright, so we're going to put that on the back burner. Oh, put your Tofutti slices in. This is Tofutti cheese. And we're going to put that on the back burner on low. And we're going to make sure we stir it pretty continuously. So put that on the back burner on low. Alright, so make sure you continuously stir the onions and the celery, and then use your spoon to stir the cheese that's going on in the back. Alright, so we're going to pause the video until everything's cooked up, and in the meantime I wanted to show you the non-dairy, or the dairy version. The reason we put mayonnaise in is because in the dairy version you use blue cheese, and I use sour cream, and red hot wing sauce, and Philadelphia cream cheese, and then whatever cheese in the recipe it calls for cheddar. I always like to get these Mexican blends because it gives me just a whole bunch of cheese mixes. Be careful when you are choosing the red hot sauce because some of them have a little bit of dairy in them, and what we're going to be using for the non-dairy version is Frank's Red Hot Original, and the ingredients are where are they? It doesn't have, yeah, it's very simple. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if it'll focus in. No, it's not focusing. It is aged cayenne pepper, red peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, and garlic powder. So that's nice and non-dairy. And if it's for kids, we just use a little bit, and it gives it a little extra nice taste. And we'll use this with tortillas. So we'll pause the video, and we'll be back to show you the final product. Alright, what we're doing right now is we're cutting up the chicken, so you can kind of see about a pound of chicken. And you want to fry it up good and cut it up nicely. This was after I put it in the pan with a lid on. Just chop it into little pieces.
Like a fried cockle.
Alright, push pause until we get it cooked. One time. Okay, our chicken is cut up and it's nice and done. We're going to turn it off. It's a little bit brown. We're going to start mixing it in with the celery and the onions. Go ahead. Alright, make sure we stir the onions and the celery and mix that all together. And now we're going to make sure you stir the cheeses in the back. And we're about ready to mix everything. Okay, so let's take the cheese and we'll dump it in with all the chicken. And the final, go ahead and stir that. And the final ingredient is the red hot sauce. Now at this point you can turn things down or off, and you're going to put Frank's red hot sauce in there. Go ahead. Yeah. And mix that up. And there's your buffalo chicken dip, dairy free. Use some tortilla chips with that, some whatever your favorite brand is. And it makes actually a nice meal. It's not too bad. And check out our next video. Our next video is actually going to be on how to make
cookies.
What's it going to be, Ash?
It's going to be about cookies.
What kind of cookies?
Chocolate chips.
And what's right next to you?
Butter.
Peanut Butter by Betty Crocker. Actually, these are dairy free as well. They're not real good for you, but hey, if you need a quick way to make some cookies for school or going over to friends. Oh yeah, these do have whey in them, but we'll make a dairy free version. All right, until next video.